Hey guys, Pro1701 here, and today we're going to talk about Doctor Who The Web of Fear, Episode three's animation look. Now, naturally, we just got news, a lot of news about Web of Fear, the release date, the art cover, a clip from the animation, and a lot of people have opinions about the animation for Episode 3, a lot of negative opinions, some positive opinions, some mixed opinions. So I would really like to get y'all's feedback about what you think of the animation, what you like about it, what you don't like about it, if you think it's utter crap, if you think it's really good, or if your opinion falls somewhere in the middle. I personally have mixed opinions. I don't hate it. Let me be clear. I don't hate it by any means. I think it's neat that they are trying a 3D approach. I think Web of Fear is the best story for them to do that with, since it's only one episode that needed to be animated. And so that animated episode has to fit in with the surviving episodes, the live action footage. I think this is the perfect story for them to experiment with. And maybe try something new to see whether or not it will work. We'll still have the telesnap reconstruction on it too. Some of the faces don't really work for me. Well, here's the thing. The trailer they originally released for this, which was a recreation of the original trailer for Web of Fear, I think looks better than the clip we saw. And a lot of that is, I personally think they put a lot of time and effort into getting Troughton right. And that first trailer, all we see is Troughton. And I really liked it. I've talked before how I really liked that trailer. I liked how Troughton's face moved. I liked his body language because he moved very Troughton-like. A lot of his mannerisms really fit Troughton. And even in this new clip we see, Troughton, while the face isn't perfect, I'm not sure if I like the facial style they're going for. It's not cringy to me. And a lot of the way he's moving and his mannerisms seem to fit the second Doctor. I thought the professor next to him in the face looked pretty good. He looked a little thinner than he should, because the professor's supposed to be a bit chubby at this point. He looked a bit thinner there. Some of the other actors, like some of the background faces, not so good. The Brigadier's face looked weird. Very weird. And with this thing coming out so soon, I'm sure they've gotten all the work done on the animation. Now, some of the Brigadier's body language worked really well, like when the reporter burst in and the Brigadier's getting onto him, he kind of holds his hands behind his back with his little pointy stick thing. That's very Brigadier. That's something he would do, hold his hands behind his back with it. I believe he does that in several stories. And when he points and says sit down, again, that's a very Brigadier thing to do. That kind of fits his character. Some of the movements feel weird. Sometimes when they're waving arms, it looks weird, not quite human. I've talked before about how we're really, even on a subconscious level, we notice when we know what human beings are supposed to move like, and when they don't move properly, we notice and we're like, that looks really weird. It's kind of like one of the reasons in some of the Doctor Who stories when there's people who are basically zombies, like in the Unquiet Dead or something. I've talked before about how that story kind of unnerves me. Same thing with Oxygen, the zombies. The way they kind of move at times is very unhuman-like. It's basically a corpse moving around, which is unnatural. It's very unnerving. Unquiet Dead really pulls it off well. Kind of like out here, the bodies kind of move in this unnatural way sometimes. Sometimes I'll see people moving, just like they're moving just to be moving. They're kind of swaying. And don't get me wrong, that's natural for where if someone's moving their arms or the rest of your body kind of moves. You don't really notice it, but the rest of your body kind of moves with it too. But it seems exaggerated sometimes. Just see the Brigadier and he's like, his chest is just kind of, and it looks weird. So there is something kind of off about it at the same time. I don't hate it. I am looking forward to seeing it. I'll have a better judge once I watch the whole story. I do have one major question. Why the fuck is this in color? There is no fucking reason for this to be in color and in 16:9. There is no logical reason to do it. Well, we do it with all the animations now, because most of the time you're doing a whole story in animation. This time you're matching literally one episode with 5 surviving episodes. There is no reason for this to be in color. It's a 6-parter. You're not missing 4 episodes, or even half the episodes with 3, or even 2 episodes. You're missing 1 episode. It makes no sense to spend the money and resources with a very limited budget to do a version of this in color and in 16:9. It is stupid. 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 You'd think BBC America somehow had a say in this. It's so stupid. Because they could have taken the money and time they spent colorizing and doing the 16:9 stuff and actually spend it on, I don't know, making the Brigadier's face look like the Brigadier. You know, to me, that's it. Allocate your time and allocate your money. When you are under I'm sure, a time constraint, and a budget constraint, use that more effectively. The episode 3 only needs to be in black and white in 16:9. That way it matches the rest of the story. It'd be really weird watching parts 1 and 2 and 4, 3 black and white, episode 3 in color in 16:9, and then going back and watching the other 3 episodes in 4, 3, and 16:9. I don't understand why anybody will do that. Will I ever watch the color version? Yes, just to watch it and say I've seen it and to be able to have an opinion on it. Yes, I will watch it. Do I think it needs to exist? Fuck no. I'm actually really annoyed by this because I feel like they could have put the time and money into other parts and made the episode better, because there's obviously failings with the episode that people have, or so many people wouldn't be complaining. So, and personally, having watched that clip, that first half's in color, second half's in black and white, looks better in black and white. Black and white can hide a lot of mistakes. Honestly, I definitely think the animation will blend in way better with the surviving footage in black and white 4:3, naturally. So yes, big mistake doing that in color. No reason to do it. Dumb decision. The faces. Again, some look better than others. I'm curious to see what Jamie and Victoria's are going to look like, really, before I pass judgment fully. I want to see what the Yeti are going to look like. I think the Yeti will look really good. A lot of the creatures in these really look good. The Macra look good in Macroterra. The Daleks look good in Power of the Daleks. I really think they could knock the Yeti out of the park here, because that is a design you can just kind of copy paste and do multiple Yeti with one design, really. So I'm willing to bet the Yeti will look really good. I think the backgrounds are going to look really good. They tend to a lot. So I'm looking forward to really seeing the whole story to have a firmer opinion. But I'm somewhere in the middle. I unlike what some people seem to think, I think this is a lot better than Fury from the Deeps. You guys know I don't like Fury from the Deeps. I do prefer this to Fury from the Deep, with its very cartoony style animation, which I hate as an idea. I like it to look as realistic as it can, like the old Planet 55 animations, where you're actually seeing, you know, wrinkles and lines on the forehead. I like that. I don't like the Scooby-Doo, let's just make it look like a cartoon style. I do think this is a step up, a huge leap up from Fury from the Deeps, which I have a hard time even trying to rewatch, as I've talked about before. So that's my thoughts on it. I have mixed opinions on it. Some things I like, some things I don't. I like the fact they're trying to do 3D to make it match more with the surviving footage. I think that's the right call. I think this is the right call. If you're going to do a story where you experiment with that, I think this is the story to do it with. I'm really looking forward to it. So let me know what you think down below of what you think of the animation. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Does it have things you like, things you don't? Are you somewhere in the middle on it? How does it compare to the other animations for you? I'd like to know that. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications so you never miss out on a new video. I try to do a new video every day. I also have a Patreon. If you would like to become one of my patrons, there's a link to that down below. My entry level tier is only $2 a month. If you're interested, for the entire month of June, anyone who joins, even at the $2 level, gets access to stuff that's usually reserved just for higher tiers. For example, I have videos, behind the scenes videos on it, bloopers, outtakes, shelved ideas, all sorts of little stuff on there, little knickknacks and stuff like that. I also have polls up to allow people to vote in. One just concluded recently. I have to do a review on Leela. Another one concluded recently. I have to rewatch The Android Invasion and review it. I should have another one hopefully up soon. With everything going on lately, I haven't had a chance yet, but I will have another one up hopefully in the next week or so. So check that out. Most importantly, though, stay safe out there, and thank you for watching.